I'm your host, Jeff Sart. We're going to take you behind the scenes with the craft distillers who are pouring their heart and soul into crafting the next version of America's spirit. This is the Great American Whiskey Cookers.
Cask Straight, bottled and bond. Cask Straight, bottled and bond. Cask Straight, bottled and bond. Duel.
We enjoy a good cocktail. Most whiskey lovers do. And come to find out, Zac Smith at Dueling Grounds Distillery in Franklin, Kentucky is a mixologist. He designs new cocktails all the time and never repeats them. In this episode, he concocts his Raspberry Collins for us. A great summer drink.
Duel.
Welcome to this edition of the Great American Whiskey Cookers. Hey, if you haven't already, like us on the socials, go to our YouTube channel, go to our Facebook site, hit our website, or become a Patreon member. We would really appreciate it. Today, we are at Dueling Grounds Distillery, and Zac Smith is standing in front of us, a mixologist. I've got the big human sitting in. He's already made us one drink, a fall fashion, that was absolutely phenomenal. And he says, you know what, I have this other drink that I make that I think you guys might like. So I'm like, you know what, why not? Let's have another one. So Zac, what are you gonna make us now?
All right, so kind of the big thing about us is that people who come in here, they're not always looking for whiskey.
Right.
The nice thing about what we do here is we're also making gin, fruit liqueurs, apple pie, plenty of other things with that. So what I'm gonna be making is something I call a Raspberry Collins.
Raspberry Collins.
Right, I absolutely am a huge fan of Tom Collins cocktails and always like to be able to throw some kind of twist on what we do here. So with that, it is going to use our gin and our raspberry liqueur that we go with there.
And you're making the gin.
Right.
And the raspberry liqueur, are you buying it or you making?
We make that here as well. We get the fruits when they're in season and a little bit of house-made simple syrup just to kind of keep the sweetness even and let that steep in kind of a process called maceration.
Okay.
For at least a month, sometimes up to 4 months, and it'll be ready to go.
All right. I'm excited about listening to it. This has been just a great day so far. I'm just having way too much fun.
Fantastic. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with our shaker tins here. We make two different iterations of our gin itself, a tin botanical gin. It's a little more citrus forward, not as heavy on the juniper. We take this and we've also barrel aged it in our used bourbon barrels for a year and 11 months. Makes a really nice barrel aged gin as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so what we're going to do with this is I'm making two cocktails, but the base recipe in itself, we're going to do an ounce of gin. Do an ounce of our raspberry liqueur.
Okay. I still can't stop drinking this one.
I know. I'm excited about this one.
We always try to make sure we get you to come back for some reason. So with it, a half ounce of lemon juice.
Which was a half of a lemon that he just squeezed.
Yeah. Get kind of good at this over time. You start to gauge what juice, how much you're going to be able to get out of it based on the size. And go through that. Then just to bring a little bit more fruit characteristics to it, I am going to do a half ounce of Bordeaux cherry juice.
Bordeaux cherry juice.
Yeah. So Bordeaux cherries are a little bit darker, still have the sweetness to it, but doesn't have kind of that, you know, what I call almost like that Sonic style cherry where it's
the bun.
Yeah. All right. So once you have this going, I'm going to give that a nice little shake.
Love it.
Oh, you can smell that too?
Whenever you're using citrus, especially fresh citrus, you want to be able to shake your cocktail if you can, primarily because it has a lot of those leftover proteins still within the fruit. Sure. It helps break those down as you shake it.
Okay. I was today years old when I learned this. Because
we've been learning a lot today.
That's what we're going to do.
So I got a question for you, Zac.
Yeah, of course.
You said you do 4 of these new ones a week.
Yes.
4 brand new signature cocktails a week.
Mm-hmm.
How do you come up with these cocktails?
A lot of practice, a lot of trial and error. I've had a good bit of training, both through working here for several years, through consulting with other bars and groups, but also through being able to just kind of play along. Had some WSET training as well as other bar certification trainings. But at the end of the day, it's really just kind of, sometimes I just look in and say, you know, I think these things would go well together. There's a philosophy in how you make cocktails, and it still applies pretty much no matter what you want to make.
Okay.
At the end of the day, there's really only 4 types of cocktails you make. You either do the spirit forward, things like your old fashions or Manhattans, your short sours like your daiquiris, your long sours like your Collins, and and then basically your highball drinks. So kind of go around, you know, basically working with those 4, know what kind of spirit you want to start out with, and you just go from there.
Interesting. Fantastic.
So this is a little cheat I like to use for a lot of just kind of simple at-home made Tom Collinses. A lot of times you're going to talk about using some simple syrup, club soda.
Yep.
You know, with that, I didn't add any sweetener into this, so I'm just going to use lemon lime soda. I think it works just as well half the time. So
And have you ever repeated a signature cocktail so far?
we do not repeat our menus. As long as we still have the ingredients, we're still happy to be able to make them at the distillery itself.
So if you make a signature cocktail and I come in and I like it, and I come in 3 weeks later and it's not on the menu, you'll still make it for me if you have the ingredients.
Oh yeah, happy to.
But you haven't repeated a cocktail that you've come up with.
We've been doing this for over 3 years, doing this style of cocktail menu. We have yet to repeat a single cocktail item.
A single one.
A single one. 3 years.
I don't think that we can do that.
I know I couldn't do it.
No.
I'm not that creative.
All right. So give that a nice little garnish. Looks nice and pretty, and you guys are good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's try this. Now that is a summer drink if ever I've had one.
Oh,
That's the kind of thing that you can get lost on a summer day.
refreshing.
That's delicious.
Well, thank you very much.
And it's called what again?
So that one in itself is the Raspberry Collins.
Raspberry Collins. Yeah, that's the type of thing that if you're drinking that on a summer afternoon, you're going to find that it's going to be a very short day. That's just over.
Well, I'm sitting there going, okay, we got summer.
Two very different cocktails.
Yeah,
Right.
but that is enjoyable.
Yeah. So Zach, where do they can follow you online, right?
Yes. So we post a lot of our cocktail recipes to our Dueling Grounds Distillery Facebook page. We also cross-promote with my own Facebook and Instagram page, Z Smith Whiskey and Mixology, where we're going to post at least 2 cocktails a week. Always be able to keep it lively and something new.
And your Instagram page?
Z Smith Whiskey and Mixology.
Z Smith Whiskey and Mixology. Fantastic.
That's where I'm going now.
Yeah, I know how exactly where you're going. Thank you for sharing these 2 cocktails with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know what? If you're interested, you like cocktails, stop in here to Dueling Grounds here in Franklin, Kentucky. I don't think you're going to be sorry that you did. You're going to find all sorts of stuff, and we're going to have a pizza here pretty soon. That's just all there is to it. I'm Jeff for The Big Human.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, if you can't be good at it.
Thank you.
Cheers.